Hello everyone, welcome back to NIOS Made Easy. In this video again we will be continuing with mail merge. In the past video these are some of the topics we covered in detail, like what is mail merge, when do we prefer to use mail merge, what are the important documents used in mail merge, and finally we did a mail merge. So we started with this letter. We had this letter as our main document and this as our data source. All the name and the address details were stored here in a separate document in the form of a table. And last time when we did this, we did mail merge using the step-by-step mail merge wizard by clicking on this button here. So the step-by-step mail merge wizard actually has steps and it will guide you through the complete process. This is how we did it. Let us just understand that the main steps for doing mail merge will not change and it will remain the same. That is, we start with the main document. We associate this main document with the data source. Then finally, we merge the fields that are required here. And finally, we generate the letters. These basic steps do not change. What actually changes is, instead of maybe using the mail merge wizard here, we can do the same steps by probably clicking on each of these buttons. It is still the same and it still does the same. Say for example, we might want to, instead of clicking on this step-by-step mail merge wizard, we can start by clicking here on letters, and then we can go ahead to choose our recipients and we can continue this process. In this series of mail merge videos, I hope to do mail merge in different possible ways. In the last video, we had done mail merge using the mail merge wizard. We had done it in detail. Please do check it out. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Now let's do mail merge in a slightly different way. I'm starting with a blank document. While using the step-by-step mail merge wizard, we had a letter that was already created, but now we are starting with the blank document. But the main steps do not change. We are going to write a letter here and we will call this as our main document and start from here. So I've just copied a bit of, these are the fields that we use for our merge. Let us write a very simple letter. This is a very simple letter to see how the the fields merge. Okay, we have quite a lot of fields and that's sufficient. So for the recipient list, in the previous example, we had an already existing data source which we had created in another Word document, and we had created all the list of rows in a table. So now let us type a new list. Let us do it right now. So this is the dialog box that you see when you click, which helps you to create a new address list. There are quite a lot of columns that are already available for you here, which you can customize. So you can go ahead and delete such fields that you do not want or you do not prefer to use. And this dialog box here will also give you the option of renaming fields or even maybe rearranging fields. Let's do one and see. I do not need a second address line. Let's delete that as well. I do not need the company name. Okay. So let us do it with these many fields. So to rename, you'll get a pop-up asking you to rename, which you can use. This is fine. So we are done. So now we can go on keying in data. I'm just keying in some sample data for understanding. To add a new row of data, you'll click on new entry. City 2, pin code Let's start with 2 rows of data. So let's say okay. You are supposed to be saving this, and this address what you saved will save as Microsoft Office address list. So navigate back to the folder where you had your other mail merge artifacts and save it there. Address list and save. So the rest of the steps are the same. Now we have associated with the main document with the data source. Now all that is left to do is merge. Unlike in the last step where you had a dialog box for actual merge, here you have this button. And when you click on this down arrow here, it will list out all the columns that was there in your address list. So you can click on each of these and insert it one by one, which we will do now. Insert title, first name, last name. Look out for spaces and in which line what field you want to insert. City, zip. So now all the fields are inserted. So how do we know that these are all the inserted fields? One, when we actually typed, we had angular brackets, but here you can see that they are double angular brackets. And the second thing is you can click on any field and it just gets completely selected. I'm not double clicking. You just click once on it and it gets selected. So that means that they are all the merged fields. So the merge is complete now. So finally, you can preview your results here. And if at all you want to make any changes, it can be made. We have not deleted this, so let us just go ahead and delete this. What we typed here is not intended to be coming in the final letter. It was just for us to know what to insert, so we can go ahead and delete this. And yes, we have to insert a field here as well, which I forgot to do earlier. Let's do that. Yes, okay, so preview again. Okay, so we have the letter. Now finally you'll have to merge and you'll finish and merge. So this step is the same. All is selected here by default and we can click on OK. So yes, the merge is done. So we have 2 letters that are generated, and in our data source as well, we had 2 rows of entry. We had entered 2 lines of data, which is done. And finally, we need to save these generated letters, but you do not save the main document. Yes, it will prompt you to save. Yes, but we do not have to save it.